Welcome back to another Three Geeks conversation. Today it's Destiny and Justin, and we are joined by Laurie. Laurie, hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm great. Thanks for having me on, guys. I'm excited to
Oh,
be here.
we're happy to have you.
Very
Well,
happy.
I'm gonna get us started. What originally pulled you into storytelling? Was it like comics, like straight out the gate, or was it like film or something else that really got you started writing?
So I kind of have a weird into comics. I'm a martial artist. I started practicing Indonesian and Filipino martial arts in 1997. And we got to 2007. I joined a production company actually choreographing fight scenes. So I was managing a fight team, and I was helping bring in people to teach the talent, to take the falls, to design the fights and all of that fun stuff. And they asked me to write a short film or web content for them, which I did. And so 2008, I produced a short film called Catfishing. And then they were like, what else you got? Right. And so I started writing for them. I wrote some short form, and then I came up with this idea, this big idea for the series that I write called Path of the Pale Rider. And it was so big that, I mean, like, we looked at it and it was like, nah, we can't produce this. Right. And so it became like, what do I do with this big idea? And I knew people in the business, and I was kind of being pushed to Netflix. And I wasn't prepared to do that. I was a brand new writer. They were never going to give me the time of day. I didn't have an audience. I didn't have a following. I knew they were just going to take my script and throw it in the trash. Right. And so it's like, okay, I need to do this myself, but there's no way I could produce it. Right. And my husband was the genius with the idea, like, you should turn into a comic book, and you could run campaigns on Kickstarter to help fund it. And so that's when I started turning it to comic book format. And I had read comic books, but I found them much later in life than a lot of people that I interview as well. A lot of people are like, oh yeah, man, I was reading Spider-Man since I was 6. And I was like, I started with the Watchmen at 20.
Wow.
Came into it much later.
What a heavy read too for your first comic book.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Right? God, that's a crazy way to start, isn't it, when you think about it? But
Yeah.
that, I think, influenced so much of my writing because it was very I don't do superheroes most of the time. It's very human-like. Everybody has a flaw. So I mean, like, that's the kind of the stories that I'm interested in telling. And so that's how I kind of got into it. And then I really got bit by the bug. I really, like, right into the deep end, decided I wanted to do this. And so hit the ground running. And we published issue 1 of Path of the Pale Rider in 2022, July of 2022. And it's been an issue out every 6 months since then, just getting them out there.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, how was that transition like for you? Like, what was the difference? I mean, like, there's a lot of differences, I know, but like, what was like the main thing that like you found to be a difference in comic writing versus like screenplay or books?
Yeah. For me, it's understanding the medium, because with script and screenplay, you're more specific to camera angles, and you can do a lot more dialogue, and then the action itself plays out differently than everything in a comic book is static. And so you like, for Path of the Pale Rider, I run into this issue of, what does it sound like? Because the sound is very important in this world. And how do we convey that it's super quiet, or how do we convey that it's super loud? And so you have different challenges, but I love the comic medium because you can show and tell at the same time. And if you are doing it right, then every panel will have action and body language and expression along with the dialogue. So I like to be really to the point with my dialogue on the page, to really connect with the reader. You know what I mean? And so I feel like you have to do all those things, but a much more condensed version in comics.
And art is such a big aspect of it. You being the creator, was it hard finding the right artist to kind of paint your picture?
In the beginning, it was. So I actually started Path in 2022. So January 2022. And it's boggles my mind because in my story, I wrote that the apocalypse happened in March 2020.
Wow.
And I wrote the script, the full script in 2018. So what's coming out now, issue number 8, was part of the script from 2018. And so, when real March 2020, everything fell apart, so did my project, right? And so I had a penciler and inker, and I had a colorist involved. And it was just, I think we were cursed at that time because one of them got COVID and the other one, a tree fell on his house.
Oh my gosh.
And then, it was a series of bizarre events. And then the first one that got COVID, the ceiling collapsed in his apartment. So he moved. And then the second one got COVID for the first time. And it's just it was just this round robin of bad. And eventually I was it's just we're not going to do it. I'm pulling the plug. I love you guys. Thank you for everything that you've done, but we're done. Right.
Right.
So it took another 2 years of me looking for an artist before I found my first artist, Marco DeFio. So Marco did issues 1 through 4. And I found him on Facebook. And it's I'm in Prosper, Texas, and he's in Arlington. So we're 30 minutes away. So how bizarre is that you find an artist for your comic that is 30 minutes away when I'm looking at the entire world,
Right.
It's so weird. I don't know. It just happened.
Crazy that works out that way.
Yeah. So I see him at Comic Cons all the time. And I'm like, hey, you want the artist to sign this book? Go right over to Marco.
Hey, doesn't that work out so well though? It's we're here together. We can really make this work.
Yeah. So I do that a lot. So a lot of the different artists that either have variant covers, I work with William Russell a lot, and he's in my area a lot. So a lot of times when we're going to the same con and we'll request to be set up next to each other.
Yeah.
And so I was writing his creator-owned series called Psycho Sal, which is fabulous. So again, it's if you like my writing, you'll definitely like Psycho Sal because that's my writing too, And he's next to me and he does a lot of variant covers for me. So if they're liking his art, he's like, oh, and go see Miss Laurie. Not only did she write this series that you just picked up, but she has a whole nother series with my covers that you'll like. So we work together. Gilbert Perez, my current artist, he's in San Antonio. So we're both going to be at Mockingbird Lane together. I'm so excited. I was put me next to Gilbert and William. Not only will we have a blast, but we're going to have, a great day. So
yeah, that everybody who is watching is going to be at the Hilton Garden Inn at Live Oak, March 27th through the 29th. And you will definitely need to go and check out Laurie and Gilbert. We will also have Gilbert on in just a few days. So I'm excited to talk about the comics with both of y'all.
Yes.
I also am very interested to talk with you about Allison's Wonderland.
Oh, yes.
What a fun concept for a comic.
Did you read it?
I did some checking it out. I want to get a full, I need an actual copy so bad.
Yeah, I will have some of those at the con. So if people are interested, I have a few copies left, but not a ton. But that's Big Dog Inc. Tom Hutchinson, who's out of Michigan. I don't think Tom is going to be there. Travis Gibbs will be there. That's another one of the people that I work with on Cthulhu Invades Fairyland. He will be there. But Big Dog Inc. does some really cool stuff. He has a series called Critter. So superheroes and it reminds me very much of Invincible, that world, and kind of multiverse. And he has some really interesting characters, but he does these anthologies every year. And so he tapped me to do this Western. It's a really interesting concept. It's Alice in Wonderland, but in the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
And it fits in this specific place in his series. He does this retelling of, he calls it The Legend of Oz, where it is the Wizard of Oz told as a Western. And you wouldn't believe how it makes sense. When you get in there and you see the characters and how they talk and how he portrays them as a Western, it's genius. It really is. And so I was really excited when he like tag me in, coach, I'm ready, right? I'm on the bench, but I'm here.
Right.
Right. And so I got to play in his world. And that was really the first time I got to do an anthology like that. And I had a blast. Like, Tom's really easy to work with. And the story turned out great. He let me build all sorts of cool stuff into the story that you really got to look closely.
I said there's so much little fun things with it.
Yeah.
Do you get only a certain number of pages? Like, how does that, is like, hey, we got 5 pages. Do what you can. Is that how that usually works, or whatever?
Yeah, I mean, like, it's not so much do what you can. It's more like you have 10 pages to tell a story. And so for me, I'm a plotter. I don't know, you guys are familiar with plotter versus pantser? Yeah. So I'm a plotter. And so I'll be like, okay, this is where I want to start and this is where I want to end. So I'll be like, first page, last page. This is where the middle needs to be. And then how do we get from A to B and then from B to C? And then where do the pages turn? Like, all of that. Like, I plan down to like the smallest detail. So you're seeing exactly what I want you to see, right? But with Travis Gibbs and Cthulhu, I was supposed to do 12 pages and I just didn't have enough space for some of the imagery that I wanted. So he ended up giving me 2 more pages. And so in Cthulhu Invades Fairyland, I got 14 pages in that one. And that's a super cool series too. Are you guys familiar with that one?
I am not, but I
love
love to check that one out.
I love like Cthulhu. Are there like full page Cthulhu pictures? I have to assume that you need a couple pages that it has to be in there. I feel it.
I don't want to spoil it for you. There's lots of imagery in there. It's basically like Lovecraftian retelling of fairy tales. And so there's
I love that.
I mean, like, how many? I think he tapped in like over 50, 60 creators. And so some people have 4 pages, some people have, like me, like 14 pages. And so it's just a bunch of retelling of it, but they're messed up, man. Because if you're going into Lovecraftian world and it's messed up. So, but I got to retell.
That sounds like I would love it.
You probably would. I mean, there's nothing not to like, to be honest with you. I mean, like, if you love Lovecraft and you love messed up fairy tales, you put them together and woohoo. So I got to retell Beauty and the Beast as Lovecraftian.
Oh, and that's one of my favorites.
You have to see what happens.
I gotta look it up.
I have this mug that I like to have on my show, and it says "The Tears of My Readers."
Nice. I love that.
Yeah,
love that.
We have a good time.
Yeah. I'd actually like
the squid person.
Right. Leads me into my next one.
Kissing of the squid people, I'll tell you that. No. It's funny though that you say that, because that was one of the reasons why I got the story. Because Travis Gibbs, who runs like Orange Cone Productions, he was like, because usually you pitch a story to him and you can pick, he has like a list of fairy tales you can pick from. And he's like, Laurie. I'm like, hello, Travis, like, what can I do for you? And he was like, I need you to write me a story. And I was like, sure, what you need? And he was like, I need you to do Beauty and the Beast. Everybody keeps having Beauty fall in love with Cthulhu. And I was like, really? He was like, who would fall in love with an elder god? He's like, the elder god doesn't care about humans. He's an elder god. Like, they're missing the point. He's like, do something with that. And I was like, all right, well, here.
They're trying to be too Disney.
What's that?
So they were trying to be too Disney.
They were trying to be, too on the nose with it. Like, the beast is Cthulhu because the Cthulhu is kind of like the big bad that everybody knows. But there's so many other things in Lovecraftian fiction that you can, pull from. So I did. So Cthulhu does make an appearance. We'll just say that much. But he is not the love interest, Justin.
Love it.
Well,
no love
it. For
that. No love for Cthulhu.
He doesn't need it.
No, he really doesn't. No.
He doesn't want it.
No.
Your work doesn't shy away from like intensity though. How do you balance that shock value with meaningful storytelling?
There has to be a fine line with the storytelling. You have to, I kind of my issue 1 kind of smacks you in the face from Path of the Pale Rider. Let me just say that. But there has to be, the human connection part. You have to have the reason why, and you got to pull on the heartstrings, and you have to be able to build like relationships, because if you're just killing off characters that nobody cares about, there's no stakes, like nobody cares.
Yeah.
And so you really have to write a story that connects with people in one way, shape, or form, and then you can start killing people, and then it matters.
Yeah, you need it to matter.
Yeah. People come for me on all my series. They're just like, Laurie, sorry.
Well, your default setting was to kill your
happen.
characters. Like it wasn't even just like, yeah, I get them to really get tied to my characters. Like I need you to care so I can kill them.
Yeah,
I need
exactly.
You have to have it. You have that shock value. I'm telling you. But that's what I love stories like that, because I want to be reading it and then go, wait, what the hell did she just do? And I love that about it.
That's kind of my MO.
I love that. That's so much fun. Those are the stories I like to read, because I'm like, well, now what?
I know.
It keeps me reading.
So the 4 series that are going to be, that I'm working with the creators, they're all going to be at Mockingbird, right? So those 4 are like that. But I do other stuff that has no death, dying, destruction. I'm just saying, like, writing another one for Tom Hutchinson where we don't kill any characters, and I've written stuff for Terry Parr. What's that, Justin?
Said allegedly.
Allegedly, right? Allegedly, it's not that kind of a story, right? Like Alice in Wonderland didn't have any death either.
Yeah.
At least not my fault. There was dead characters, but they were there from Tom's story. I didn't do it. They were just there as background noise. Like there's dead bodies, but that's because of I didn't do it, right? So
that wasn't my part of the story.
It wasn't my fault. Like someone else killed those characters, and their carcass is still there and hasn't been cleaned up yet.
That's fantastic. What are some of your biggest influences from comics and films or other creators that have helped kind of shape your style?
Comic wise, I mentioned Who Watches the Watchmen.
Yeah.
I like a lot of Robert Kirkman, so The Walking Dead, Invincible, Oblivion Song. I've read Why the Last Man Standing. There's a ton of series. Black Science, mostly Image. I like independent storytellers. I like stuff that has a beginning, a middle, and an end. I tend not to read the stuff that is just constantly rebooted. I feel like there's no stakes, kind of.
Yeah.
So, but movie-wise, I love apocalypse movies. I love zombie genre and horror. I love Westerns. I grew up watching Westerns with my dad. So specifically Clint Eastwood movies. So I love a lot of those. I love science fiction. I mean, like we could talk about so many movies. And I mean, like really anything, but I like comedy too. So I and I take all of those and I kind of like mush it all into what stuff that I like to read. I mean, because that's the joy of writing, right? Is it's something that you would want to read, right? That's the whole point.
Yeah, right, for you. If other people love it, that's a bonus.
Right. I mean, like I write it thinking that people will enjoy it because it's stuff that I would enjoy reading. So that's kind of what I do is I take all the things and I mush them together. And
I love it.
People are like, how do you even explain Path? And it's like neo-Western apocalypse with supernatural undertones. Yeah.
Nice.
Like Book of Eli meets Walking Dead, spaghetti Western, and Cocaine Bear. Sprinkle a little Cocaine Bear on there.
Just a sprinkle of cocaine.
Just the cocaine.
Yeah, just the cocaine.
Just the cocaine, not even
and the Angry Bear. The Angry Bear's there too, yeah.
That's such a fun mix though. Like to take all that and be able to put it in something that does read, that reads well and like works. And that says a lot about your writing, which
thanks. Appreciate that.
You're very welcome.
Am I reading right? This is the last day of your Kickstarter? People obviously won't see this.
It's done. I have late pledges turned on. So people can still get books. But if you've never seen one of my Kickstarters, they're a little crazy. I have hot sauce. I had bear onesies. I had poker cards that I shot with 9mm. I rebind books. So there was a
I
rebound.
saw your videos about that. That's neat.
Yeah, I do. I rebind books. What else was on there? I have a mug that I go to the ceramics place where the mug is already made, but I paint it myself. And so I'll usually have one, and like the stretch goals that we unlock, like I have PDFs, but I also have like scratch and sniff stickers. We have a slice and dice event where people get to vote. Okay, this is so funny. So they name like a watermelon or a pumpkin. They name it, right? And then they vote on a weapon of destruction. And I put them together. So on my podcast, the Tuesday Morning Brew, I will dress up in a onesie and I'll go out and smash pumpkins in my backyard with whatever weapon has won the survey.
That's
the
so
Fruit Ninja
much
segment.
fun.
That's so funny.
Isn't that weird? I mean, like we just have weird fun, right? And then what else do we unlock? Coffee beans, hot sauce, air fresheners, excuse me, and then hot sauce hard candy, because my readers are also foodies and they love food. So yeah.
What an eclectic community you're building. I love it very much. It's again,
it's all the stuff that I like, and I throw it on there. I just kind of throw it at the wall, and whatever sticks. But they seem to like the small batch exclusive stuff that I made. I mean, like it just in addition to, of course, we have stellar covers. We have like I have a one of the covers we did was called Blink. This is Ken Salinas, who's an artist who will also be at Mockingbird Lane. So the picture on the book has 2 different images. And so every book comes with a set of those 3D glasses, the red and blue glasses. Nice. So if you blink one eye and you look through the blue side, it's one image. And if you blink the other eye and you look through the red side, it's a different image.
Oh, that's cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So we have a bunch of just really unique stuff. I'm kind of known for thinking outside the box and doing cool stuff that nobody else does. And so unfortunately, if you're finding us now, all the cool merch is turned off, but you can still get the books. Like you can still get number 1, or you can get 1 through 4. You can get issue 8. You can get any of the variants. You can get them all. Then we have a catch-up tier. I even left the William Russell bundle that we did. This campaign is still up for late pledges. So there's still opportunities to read the book. And then we're still going. Like the arc goes to 12, and this is number 8. So where there's more opportunities to get in there and embrace the madness of what I do on Kickstarter.
And your t-shirts and hoodies are dope. It's scrolling by when the Kickstarter's up. It's pretty fun. You have one on right now. You're wearing one. It's awesome.
Yep, I'm wearing Toasty. Which you have to read issue 7 because it's directly related to what happens in issue. It's hilarious. It's a joke, right? But I think we have enough t-shirts and hoodies that you could wear a different Path of the Pale Rider shirt every day of the week at this point. So
that's incredible.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun.
That's so
My readers are amazing, and I mean, like
the
story is great. What's that?
They sound amazing.
They really are. They embrace my craziness
to the best.
I write riddles. Like the back cover of every issue is a riddle on the book. So if you're solving the riddles, sometimes it'll take you to like a secret YouTube page or a working phone number, or like one of them, if you solve it, something shows up in your mailbox from a character. So we just have this next level crazy.
I love all that. I love all the connections and the way it includes your readers.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that makes it so much fun. And it really gets to put you and your style and what you like into it, and just makes it fun. I know you said you were working on a couple new things, what is next for you? Will there be more Pale Rider, more of the characters that your fans and your readers already love, or something completely unexpected? Or
well, let's see. Well, there definitely will be more Path, because the first arc goes to 12. And so after issue 8, we're going to release our second trade paperback. So we release a trade paperback every 4 issues. The retailers prefer the trades. Our first trade is on barnesandnoble.com, and it's also on Amazon. And we have a couple different sizes as well. So we have like the standard size. We also have a 6x9 digest size, which is super cute. That's the one on Amazon. So we're going to release the second one of those. So I know there are people that are trade people and there's some people that are floppy people. It just depends on their, manner of reading. And so I will be doing more work for Travis Gibbs. I'm also writing more things for my publisher, Rolling Squid Bones. If you haven't checked them out, they are fabulous. They have so many eclectic stories. I'll tell you what, there's something in there for everybody, and even my crazy stories in there. But so I'm doing more stuff for them. I definitely will be writing more for William Russell. He has so many ideas of things that he wants to do. So I'm not even scratched the surface. I'm not done yet. Like, I still got lots more to do. So I just got here. I'm going to stay around for a while.
Love it.
Yeah.
Where can people find you online to stay up to date with what you have coming out?
Well, I'm on Facebook. The best place to go is actually the Facebook group. We have a Facebook page and we have a Facebook group. The group is more interactive. Like, that's where we run polls. People get to name, like, where we have these little undead. We have an undead petting zoo we're working through. This is Sad Pancake.
So fun. Oh my gosh.
Who's part of the story, which,
I love it.
do me a favor, when Gilbert comes on your show, ask him about Sad Pancake and whose fault it is.
Okay.
I want Mitch
to I will do that.
No. That dog was alive at one point in that story.
Because I claim Sad Pancake is his fault. We'll see what he says. But yeah, so like, people are naming farm animals in the group. Like, the next one that we did was called Kevin Bacon. So there'll be an undead piggy that'll be on a future campaign, which is hilarious. So that's really where they kind of get the first pick, the first dibs. When I have new add-ons that get dropped on the campaign, they're the ones that are notified first before everybody else. But I'm on all the socials. So Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. You'll see me like binding books and baking bread in addition to all the comic book stuff that I do on the TikTok, which is fun. I'm on X and I'm on a bunch of other ones, but I'm not really active there. So you can find me, you can reach out to me, and I might find it like 2 weeks later, So yeah.
Is your podcast mostly on TikTok? Oh, good. I'm sorry.
The podcast is actually it's on Facebook, YouTube. I do have a YouTube channel, but I'm also part of the Madness Entertainment group, which is a big group of podcasters like myself, and we all share a StreamYard and a YouTube channel. And so there's 40 plus shows. And not only we're on YouTube, we're on, let's see, it goes on Twitch, it goes on X, it goes on Pilled, it goes on Roku. I mean, we're on like anything that you can think of, we're on it. So, and the name of my show is called The Tuesday Morning Brew. And so it's live Tuesdays at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's a 2-hour block, but it flies by. It flies. So definitely tune into that. I interview other indie creators like ourselves, but I also interview like actors, musicians, novelists. Yeah. I had one guy that was an underwater paranormal explorer. And then I had someone else that was a ventriloquist. Both fun shows.
Interesting.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so good.
But yeah, I'm on anything everywhere. So I'm the only Laurie Calcaterra out there. And then you can find Path of the Pale Rider. My SEO is really good. We'll just say that. I'm really easy to find.
I love it. And you can see her in person at the Hilton Garden Inn Live Oak, March 27th through the 29th with Mockingbird Lane. Make sure to check out their website and their pages as well. Give them a follow and go see Laurie and Gilbert and a bunch of other incredible creators that are going to be there. And we will see you guys next time. Thank you so much.